Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another fantastic day for you. College football week 9 Saturday games. Oh, man, there is a boatload of action this Saturday. A lot of stuff coming up. So welcome aboard to the show. All of our shows on YouTube brought to you by our sponsor, the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. Make sure you check that out. Another sponsor of the show, YouTube TV. Make sure you check those guys out. They do hold the NFL ticket. Not only that, you can get DVR anywhere. Take your streaming service with you anywhere as well and watch all those regular channels as well as sports channels. YouTube TV's got it all, unlimited DVR available and all kinds of different stuff available with them as well. And our Discord channel available to all of you out there as well. We did add a weekly option as well besides the monthly, so you can check all of that out. Comment section, YouTube channel page. Greatly appreciate all the sponsors there as well. So college football Saturday, week 9. We had a previous episode. We went through the Tuesday through Friday games. This is just dedicated for Saturday here, as that's where a majority of the games are. So let's go ahead and get started. Noon Eastern time frame is where we get rocking and rolling. Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Ole Miss going on the road. So top 15 matchup here. Ole Miss getting some points here, 5.5 as well. Is John Mateer fully healthy? It didn't look like it last week. Oklahoma's defense, fantastic. Ole Miss's offense, pretty solid. The question is, can they win a game on the road against OU? Oklahoma's been really good at home as well, but this one here, we don't like a lot of scoring here. Total in this one, 54.5, I think is where this game's currently sitting. It's been pretty steady at that particular point as well. So under for us, we like the defense of Oklahoma to hold down that Ole Miss offense, and Mateer we're still not confident in. He's ready to rock and roll. Ole Miss, Oklahoma under 12.5 the first quarter, 27.5 first half, 54.5 for the game in that one. So an under to start us off in that noon Eastern time frame window. UCLA and Indiana, this line is getting moved around. Indiana is all the way up to 2, folks, in the rankings there. Also, noon Eastern game. UCLA's, I will give UCLA credit. They've played better. They beat, Michigan State on the road. Obviously, they beat Penn State before Drew Aller actually went out. So that win was a little bit more impressive after starting off so god-awful early in the season. Indiana at home, though, is a little bit different beast. This is not going to East Lansing and getting a game over Michigan State. The offense for Indiana, fantastic. Defense has been spectacular as well. I know this point spread is high at 25. I don't think it's enough, to be really honest. Like I said, this thing probably will get steamboated by Saturday morning as well, so get in early. Indiana minus 6.5 first quarter, 13.5 first half, 25 for the game. Next game up, Virginia and North Carolina. This game at noon Eastern time frame as well. So you know the rule here. We love Bill Belichick. He's going to make the Hall of Fame. It is not working out fantastic so far at North Carolina. They cannot score. Oh, my God, that offense is putrid. But they really don't have many solutions for it because we don't got the horses as of yet. I hope Belichick stays around because I think they can put something together there. They need to recruit a little bit better, but he's a great coach. X's and O's is where he definitely is really good. Just needs maybe a little better recruiting staff to go out there and get some guys out of the transfer portal. They basically flipped the entire team here. This is a big. Virginia's only favored by 10.5 in this one. I can't believe it's only 10.5. I guess because the game is at North Carolina in this one. This is a lot of Virginia for us. Virginia minus 2.5 first quarter, 5.5 first half, 10.5 for the game. Next game up, as we continue to roll through these noon games, and we seem to like everything as we're playing basically about all of it. Georgia Tech at home against Syracuse. All right, so Syracuse's backup quarterback was supposed to be good, and he's been god-awful. Georgia Tech has played a few too many close games, that's for damn sure. This is a game where they should be able to strut their stuff on offense. Defensively, just play average, and you should be fine against Syracuse. They're favored the line 16.5, 17.5, somewhere in that range. I like all of Georgia Tech I can get. We did get it at 16.5, so where it currently sits, minus 3.5 first quarter, 8.5 first half, 16.5 for the game. Next game up, South Florida and Memphis. So Memphis was the shit show of the week last week. Now playing South Florida. South Florida's offense, everybody seems to love here as of late as they move the ball all over the place. Memphis, same thing. I remember this Memphis team against Arkansas. This game was played into the 60s, right? And the total here, I'm surprised, isn't more at 60.5. I think you're getting a definite bargain here. I think this game's probably played in the 70s. We are all over this one here. Memphis, South Florida, over 13.5 first quarter. 31.5 first half. We got it at 62.5. Still liked it there. It has steamrolled down just a bit to 60.5. I think there's a lot of opportunities there. Expect a lot of scoring in Memphis. Northwestern and Nebraska, noon Eastern time frame. Finally, a noon game we're not on. Northwestern getting 7.5 on the road. They have been getting some wins. They do not score a bunch. Nebraska should be able to score on them. The Northwestern defense has played really, really, really well. Nebraska has been the king of win but don't cover. I think this probably falls there too. No play for us in this one, but we do like Northwestern plus the 7.5 points. Next game up, noon time frame as well. SMU, Wake Forest. Now, I know SMU has been disappointing overall as they thought they had playoff aspirations, but Wake Forest? And SMU's only laying 2.5 to 3. Really? I know SMU on the road, so that does make it a little bit more difficult. Their offense should be able to outscore Wake Forest, and the defenses, if they just match up about evenly, this should be an easy run here. We like us some SMU minus. Money line first quarter. Sorry about that. Minus money line first half. We're all over the place. Let's start that over. SMU money line first quarter, money line first half, 2.5 for the game. Like them, and like them some more. Next game up, Kansas State. So we got an in-state rivalry game here. KU's at home. They're favored by a field goal here, which is, Kansas State played really well against TCU. I'm going to give them credit for that one. They've been disappointing in a lot of other spots, and especially on the road. But in-state rivalry game, this thing could finish a little bit closer than the 3. No play for us in this particular one here. Would lean to probably maybe we see under 56.5. Or under in the first half, but maybe hit the total for the game. In this one at noon Eastern time frame. No play for us in this one. Would lead in K-State plus the 3. Not a lot to love, I think. I think that this is one of those state rivalry games that I think is back and forth. Too much of a sweat for us in that one, so we're out there. Next game up, noon Eastern time frame as well. Old Dominion laying a couple touchdowns at home against App State. So Old Dominion has been pretty solid pretty much for the whole season. App State's been one of those teams that's like, they're behind. All of a sudden, they're ahead. It's crazy. They've had some comebacks in that one after getting down early. We like Old Dominion to flex their muscle a little bit in this one. Old Dominion, minus 2.5 first quarter, 7 first half, 13.5 for the game. I think you get off that 14 number, get it at 13.5. I think definitely going to work to your favor there on that one. Next game up, Rutgers and Purdue, noon Eastern time frame. Purdue at home actually getting a 1.5 here. Here's what we know about Rutgers. They can run the ball. They don't stop the run. They've been underwhelming. I thought they were going to be a little bit better this season. I think a lot of people did in this one. Total's at 58.5. Don't really love too much about this game either. We're staying away. Probably would play Purdue plus the 1.5 here or money line at home in that one. Next game up, noon Eastern time frame, Ohio and Eastern Michigan. So I will say this, Ohio, excuse me, one of the more disappointing teams, I think, in the MAC. We expected them to be fabulous. They're favored by 11.5 here on the road. I know Eastern Michigan can struggle to score. They've been good to us earlier in the season in some plus money spots. So don't really love anything about this game too much, so we stayed away. But do like, if we had to lean anywhere, it would be Eastern Michigan plus the points. I think 11.5 is a boatload, especially for an Ohio offense that has not been as dominant as we thought they could be. Next game up, noon Eastern time frame as well. Bowling Green, Kent State. Bowling Green on the road, disappointing week last week, laying 7 this time at Kent State. Obviously, Kent State's not upper echelon team there. No play for us in this one either, even though we would lean to the Bowling Green side. Just they've been good to us against the number, majority of the season. Now we get to 12:45 Eastern time frame. And I'm very interested in this game here, and we are in an Auburn, Arkansas. At Arkansas, Auburn getting 1.5 here. I understand their offense has not been spectacular, right? Jackson Arnold, their defense has been really good. Arkansas's defense has not been that great, but their offense has put up some points. That's, I think, a little confusion on the line there. Like I said, Auburn getting a 1.5. We do like this game that was 3.5 earlier in the week when we grabbed it. Auburn plus a half first quarter, Auburn plus 1.5 first half, and 3.5 for the game. I think you need to get Auburn to, if you get them to that 3 and a hook, pay a little additional juice. Like them quite a bit there. I think they got a great chance to win that game outright. So if you'd rather go the other way, play a little bit less and play money line, I'm with you there as well. Next game up, Akron and Buffalo at 1 o'clock Eastern time frame. Akron is, man, I can't believe this line's only 8.5. I expected Buffalo will probably be 10-point plus favorite in this one, or maybe even closer to 2 touchdowns. Buffalo's normally come out pretty strong out of the gate. Akron, I think if they get behind, that's where they're going to get in trouble here. We like us some Buffalo at that 8.5 number. Buffalo minus 2.5 first quarter, 5.5 first half, 8.5 for the game. Next game up, UConn and Rice. This line kind of took off a little bit as well. UConn on the road. Rice can run the ball, doesn't do much else. UConn coming off a big win last week on the road again here at 3 o'clock Eastern time frame. We like us some Husky. We ain't going to lie in this one. Give us UConn. This is what we played here. UConn minus 2.5 first quarter, 5.5 first half, 9.5 for the game. Next game up, Utah State and New Mexico. New Mexico laying 3 at home, 61.5 total here. This game at 3 o'clock Eastern time frame as well. We did not play in this one, but Utah State has been so bad on the road. But we'd have to lean New Mexico in this particular spot. Only at a field goal here. Think they can win this game by a touchdown. We would lean to the New Mexico side here if you're dying to play in this one. Now we get to the 3:30 Eastern time frame window. Alabama on the road, South Carolina, 11.5 points here. So the line, I was hoping it would be we could grab this thing at 9.5 or maybe a little bit less. It was a little bit higher than that. I mean, it's been a disappointing year so far for the Gamecocks. No question about it. They had big expectations with Snorri Sellers. I still think that kid's a heck of a quarterback. I just think they put him in a phone booth for the most part. I don't like necessarily what they're doing offensively. Let Sellers go down the field a little bit more. This dump-off passing game, not necessarily his strength. He is more of a runner or throw this thing down the damn field. They have big dudes out there. Pass rush for them has not been as great as it was last year. Obviously, they had big expectations coming off of last year's team in this one. No play for us in this one. Slight lean to Alabama in this one here, or under team total for South Carolina. 3:30 Eastern time frame. Mizzou travels to Nashville to play Vanderbilt. Top 15 matchup here. Vandy, 10 and Mizzou 15. So Mizzou did hang tough at home against Bama. This is on the road. Vanderbilt's pretty damn solid there at home. Gotta like what Diego Pava's putting together there and for that Vanderbilt Commodore team. We love us some Vandy. We're all over with the Commodore here. We'll start off Vandy money line first quarter, money line first half, and 2.5 for the game. Next game up, BYU, Iowa State. So BYU finally plays before 10 o'clock Eastern time. Everybody get excited there. Another top 15 team, Iowa State. Love my alma mater, but they have struggled lately. I do not want to know what's going on there with Matt Campbell's team. It's been disappointing. Thought they would be a little, not great win opening week 0 against Kansas State in Ireland. Came back home, looked good, beat Iowa in a close, tight one. That's always a tough game, but has not looked good the last couple of weeks. BYU coming off that monster win against Utah as a dog at home. They're a dog again with Iowa State playing so cold here. Normally, unranked team at home favored against ranked team. We're all over that unranked team. This is going to be the spot where we're a little bit different. BYU plus a half first quarter, plus 1.5 first half, plus 3 for the game. BYU figures out how to get wins, and we think they have a great chance to get a win here. We'll take the 3 and be just fine with that. The line has moved a little bit on that in some books to 2.5, so make sure you're paying attention to that one. Illinois and Washington, 3:30 Eastern time frame. What's there to say about this game here? Illinois looks spectacular in some events and not the others. Washington favored by 4 at home, 54.5 total here. Illinois top 25 team. This is unranked team versus ranked team. No play for us in this one, but we would lean to the Washington ways here at 3:30 Eastern time in that one. 3:30 Eastern time as well. Iowa, Minnesota. So Iowa has played offensively better than they might have in the last few seasons. They've scored some points. They can run the ball. Quarterback can run. Now, the passing game always leaves a little bit to be desired there. Minnesota, nice win. Beat Nebraska? Now they're on the road at Iowa City. A game I expect Iowa to win by 2 touchdowns, to be really honest. We are on the Hawkeyes. Minus 2.5 first quarter, 4.5 first half, and 8.5 for the game. Next game up, NC State and Pitt. Pitt favored by 6.5 at home. They've looked good at home. This NC State team, sometimes just don't know what to make of them half the time. That's been the issue with them for the last couple of years. No play for us in this one, but we would lean to the Pitt laying the points. Navy, Florida Atlantic at 3:30 Eastern time as well. FAU's got to go face that vaunted Navy running attack. It's crazy on how damn good they are running the damn ball. No play for us in this one, though, because the line at 14.5 didn't make a lot of sense for us. We thought if we could get it at like 12.5, 13.5, might be worth a play. No play for us in that one, but would lean to the Navy side of things. UMass, Central Michigan. UMass is just brutal. Central Michigan, 16.5-point favorite at home. When have we seen Central Michigan as a 16.5-point favorite? If that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what does. No play for us in this one. Actually, we'd lean to that under 46.5, under UMass team total as well, as the way we would lean. Toledo and Washington State at 3:30 Eastern time frame as well. We're playing Washington State at home, going against Toledo. Anybody else shocked this line was only 1.5? I mean, realistically, when you look at this thing, you're going, really? Only 1.5 for Toledo? That's because Toledo, I think, is pretty damn solid. Washington State's been a little bit all over the board. They played Auburn really tough as they're searching for games for that, that Pac-12 that's now all of a sudden the Pac-2, which will be the Pac-8 here coming up. This one for us was Toledo, and how much more Toledo can we get in this one? If they hang tough, which we expect early, I think they have a great chance here to win this game. We played Toledo, even though the 1.5, we'll take money line first quarter, money line first half, and money line for the game. Next game up, one of our favorites of the weekend, and this one here is going to be Temple. No, I'm sorry. I apologize. We skipped ahead. We won't do that. ULM and Southern Miss. ULM's been not a lot of fun to watch. Southern Miss at home. They've played pretty consistently all season long. They're laying 12.5. No play for us in this one. I don't know if Southern Miss covers the 12.5, but definitely like them to win that one there. San Diego State and Fresno State, 3:30 Eastern time frame as well. San Diego State's got to go on the road. They're laying 3, 47.5. Fresno's been nothing spectacular. San Diego State's had a pretty good season so far, like what they've put together there. No play for us in this one. We would lean San Diego State. in that one. Would not be surprised as well as that totals at 47.5 if that game does go over. Next game up, 3:30 Eastern time frame. This is the game we were talking about here. Temple laying 6.5 at Tulsa. Tulsa's claim to fame for the season, and the only thing that matters is they beat Okie State at Okie State. Temple is actually offensively is going to present more challenges to Tulsa than they're probably going to want to handle here. We love us some Temple in this one. This line's shooting up. It was 5.5, now 6.5 at a lot of books. Temple -0.5 first quarter, 3.5 first half, 5.5 for the game. Next game up, Western Michigan, Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio's been playing pretty well. They're only a 1.5 favorite here against Kalamazoo and Western Michigan coming to town here. 41.5 total. This game could go under. This is another one of those games might set college offense back 10 years or so. Would lean to the under that game slightly to Miami of Ohio at home. No play for us in that one, though. Ball State, Northern Illinois. Another barn burner of teams that are going to struggle to score. Total 41.5. Northern Illinois favored by 6. No play for us in this one either. We would lean actually to the Ball State plus the 6 because we think it's going to be extremely low scoring. 4 o'clock Eastern time frame. Cincinnati at home against Baylor. Cincinnati, I will give them credit. They have been really good at home. They beat some teams at home I did not expect them to beat. They're only favored by 3 and a hook here. It's not like Baylor's a fantastic road team. Cincinnati -0.5 first quarter, 1.5 first half, and 3.5 for the game. Next game up, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State. All right, so we couldn't stay away from this game, even though the point spread like 36.5, 37.5, 38.5, depending on where you're getting it. I understand Tech was disappointing last week. Oklahoma State's not going to put up a fight here. Smaller play, but we are on it. We do like us some Tech. -6.5 first quarter, 20.5 first half, 36.5 for the game. Next game up, we get to 4:15 Eastern time frame. Texas on the road at Mississippi State. The one thing that Texas has is a hell of a defense. That's shown up basically the entire season. Let's just be honest here. Mississippi State has struggled to score once we got to SEC play. Texas has struggled to score just all season long. Texas favored by a touchdown, 44.5. I'm going to tell you this much right now. We're going to ride Texas unders until they kick us. This line's already shot down from 45.5 to 44.5. Do like I said, we're going to ride those unders. Texas and Mississippi State under 10.5 first quarter, 22.5 first half, 45.5 for the game. Next game up, TCU and West Virginia. This game played out in West Virginia. TCU, big favorite here as West Virginia's on like their 100th quarterback for the season. So West Virginia gets that win against Pitt earlier, and it's been straight downhill since then. TCU coming, I think they're going to be a little angry, to be really honest here. They're favored by 15.5. We're on the Horned Frogs. -3.5 first quarter, 7.5 first half, 15.5 for the game. Next game up, Oregon and Wisconsin. The key to the 7 o'clock Eastern time frame, the question of this game is Wisconsin finally going to score as they've gotten shut out the last 2 weeks. 30.5, 31.5 have been the numbers. I think it was even higher a little bit. Monday, I believe I saw Oregon at 33.5 at a couple books. So for some reason, maybe the Oregon just doesn't cover the number. I'll give Wisconsin, their defense is good. They held Ohio State to 31 points. So that's not bad there. I think Oregon can outscore them here. And Wisconsin held them to 31, but they were at home. Now they're on the road. Eugene is not an easy place to play, as we're all aware of it if you watch college football. Give us some Oregon in this one. We played that. Oregon -6.5 first quarter, 15.5 first half, and 30.5 for the game. Next game up, Stanford, Miami of Florida. So Carson Beck, please don't throw 4 interceptions and shoot me in the head again. 7 o'clock Eastern time frame. This line has steamed up as well. Carson Beck couldn't have played any worse last week against Louisville on a Friday night. Now they're Saturday at home here. They are a much better team than what they're facing on Saturday. Stanford, unfortunately, just does not have the athletes to compete in this one here. And I think Miami easily covers this. This line is getting steamed up as well as a lot of people back on the Hurricanes after that disappointing loss. Think they put something together here in this one as well. Give us some Miami of Florida, -6.5 first quarter, 14.5 first half, 29.5 for the game. Next game up. Can't pronounce anything. Louisiana and Troy. This game at Troy, 47.5 total. Line's currently 8.5 here for Troy. So Louisiana, not really impressed with so much. Troy has made some impressive comeback wins as well. They have struggled on some of these, putting the ball into the end zone. We don't have a play here, but slightly when we lean to Louisiana, plus 8.5, think a lower scoring game. Got to take those points in your pocket. Arkansas State, Georgia Southern, 7 o'clock Eastern time frame as well. Arkansas State home, 1.5 point favorite. 62.5. We should see some scoring in this one. No play for us, but wouldn't lean to that over 62.5 in this particular matchup. And then we get to the 7:30 games. Texas A&M on the road, Death Valley at night at LSU, and somehow A&M, because they're up to the number 3 team in the country, is favored by 2.5. 48.5 total. So LSU's offense, no bueno. LSU's defense, very bueno. A&M has been a little bit of mixture of this, that, and the other. I'm just curious why this line's at 48.5. Thought this thing might be 44.5, 45.5. Think we're getting a little bit of value. We're going back to the under in an LSU game. I know, shocker, right? LSU A&M under 10.5 first quarter, 24.5 first half, and 48.5 for the game. Next game up, Michigan State in East Lansing, 7:30 Eastern time frame. Michigan favored by 14.5 and a 48.5 total. Michigan on the road this year has not been fantastic, but they are a better team than what they're going to face in the Sparties. But this is an in-state rivalry game, 14.5. And I know Michigan State has just punked us a couple of different times. No play for us in this one. Would lean to the Michigan State getting all of them points in a lower scoring matchup. Next game up, 7:30 Eastern time frame as well. Louisville coming off that monster win. Boston College has been god-awful. Louisville's favored by, 25.5? Oh, my bejesus. No play for us in this one. Slightly lean to Louisville there. Don't like it, though, a lot. But Colorado State, Wyoming, 7:30 Eastern time frame as well. Wyoming, 4.5 point favorite at home. Colorado State has laid a couple turds as of lately, to be polite. Wyoming's offense really hasn't been scoring many points. Under 46.5 is on the board as well. No play for us in this one, but slightly lean to the under there. 46.5 in that game. Next game up, 7:45 Eastern time frame. Tennessee at Kentucky. So Tennessee just got their tail whipped. Can Joey Aguilar actually go a damn game without an interception? That's my question. If they quit turning the ball over, they can throw it all over the place. Kentucky's defense, okay. Their offense, god-awful. Even Tennessee should be able to slow them down. Love us some Volunteers in this one. This line is moving. It's already moved from 7.5 to 8.5. Tennessee -0.5 first quarter, 3.5 first half, 7.5 for the game. Next game up, Houston on the road at ASU here in Tempe, in town, 8 o'clock Eastern time frame. ASU coming off that monster win against Tech, took advantage of the backup quarterback. Defense played extremely well. Arizona State offensively has not been as fantastic as they'd like to be. Houston's defense been pretty solid as well. No play for us in this one. Slightly leaned to under 45.5. That line's pretty tight, though. 24-21 smells like a winner here. I would probably have to lean to Houston plus the points in that. No play for us in that one. Next game up, Colorado, Utah. You tell me Utah's not pissed off about last week, the way they performed. Now, the good news is Colorado's defense is nowhere near what BYU's is, and now the Utes are back at home facing Colorado and Deion Sanders bus. Has Deion decided on any of his 26 quarterbacks? I think the Utes should be able to run the ball some more. When they can run the ball, they play pretty damn well. Expect Dan Fleer to play a little bit better in this one as well. To finish off the night, we do like Utah here, laying the 13.5, -2.5 first quarter, 6.5 first half, and 13.5 for the game. That's a rundown of college football Saturday, week 9. Can we believe we're already at week 9? Holy crap, is this season flying along? Appreciate everybody that's paid attention. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications here on YouTube so you can get episodes when we drop them as well. So highly recommend doing that. All of our shows on YouTube brought to you by Outlier. You can also get a 7-day free trial of the world's #1 sports betting app in our comments section at the end of this episode, also in the YouTube channel page, and also private Discord channel is available. Same 2 ways on the comment section in this episode or on the YouTube channel page. Get the link there. You can go weekly, you can go monthly on that one as well. Well worth your time and investment in the Discord. You can join a couple 100+ members as well that love the same thing you do, and that's sports wagering. Plus, you can get a lot of bonus material that we don't put out for the public. You get all the unit sizes. You get the stuff early. Sometimes some of these college football games, sometimes you're getting this stuff multiple days ahead of time to get ahead of those steams on the line moves and juice moves, things of that nature. Save yourself some money by spending a couple bucks. That's kind of how we look at it. Get all of our bets early. We have other cappers on there as well, dropping bets. A lot of the players dropping parlays that they like as well. Great place to be, Sports Bets for Free's Discord. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.